Welcome to my channel, Fixin' the Hillbilly. Today, we're going to be making a Christmas wreath. That's right. Sorry I haven't been with you for the last few weeks, but I've been a little sick on and off. Just a cold. Now, my name's Melinda, and I live in the hills of West Virginia. Now, let's get started. Okay, little cuties, we're going to be using 3 different color mesh. White, red, and green. Basic Christmas colors. We are going to be doing the bubble method today. Someone asked me to do it to show what it was like. It's not my favorite, but, you know, I will show how to do it. It's really easy to do. Then we got us a Christmas sign that we did pick up from the Dollar Tree, which I thought those were real cute. And then, of course, we have our Dollar Tree frame, which we gave $1.25 for. And then, with this, the bubble method, I am going to be using pipe cleaners, because it's easier to twist everything on instead of trying to hold the pipe cleaner, hold the bubble, hold anything else you're going to attach. So I am going to be putting, now you know my outside rows, we start from the outside, A, B, C, and D, those rows. This is going to be going on A and B. We're going to put 2 in each column there, in each little square, on A and B, and then we're going to put 1 on C and D. So here's what it looks like when it gets everything done. So in each section you got 2 on A and B, and then 1 on C and D. Now with the bubble method, you will see here, I haven't done this in quite some time, so what happened was it kept getting caught on my shirt. I was like, seriously, on the sleeve, because sometimes that Deco mesh sticks to anything. So I did end up pulling my sleeve up here, and I do have scratches on my hand. Anyone that has scratches on your hand, you can pretty much say you've got a cat. So what I did here is I took the end of the Deco mesh and I attached it to the first pipe cleaner. Now I want to reinforce that, okay, because I don't trust the pipe cleaners to, you know, hold them perfectly well. And in this process, when I cut the pipe cleaners, a couple of them come undone. It was just, I had a little bit of you know, I had to fix a few situations, but it was fairly easy to do. So I will attach a zip tie to that to reinforce it. And I was a little rushed doing this particular wreath. I'm going to slow down on my next one. So I've just got so many wreaths to make for Christmas. A lot of people are wanting me to make them wreaths, and yeah. And plus, last week I did do my daughter's wreaths, but those were ones that were just, I had to take apart and redo. So I didn't film that. Some people really don't like watching those, so I didn't film those. I just waited to film this one. Now, so what I did is I pulled that out for 10 inches, and then I hooked it to my next one, my next pipe cleaner, which is in that same section. Then I pulled out 10 more inches and put it in the next section on the first pipe cleaner. And then just twisted that around. And then I'm going to go completely around. Just pull out 10 inches and attach it to the next pipe cleaner. And then when you get to the top row, or when you get to the last one, you don't go out 10 inches, just take it straight to the top row and then go out 10 inches. Because if not, you're going to have too much of a bubble. The reason I don't really care for this much, I don't think it's got as good a coverage. Maybe if I would have used 2 things of Deco mesh, it would have covered a little bit better. And then when I went back and put my other stuff on there, it did, you know, make it a little bit better. So on this, I used not quite a whole roll of white Deco mesh. On the green Deco mesh, I cut 17 inches 9 times. On the red Deco mesh, I cut 17 inches 9 times, because you've got 18 pipe cleaners in total. Now, as you see here, what I'm doing is I'm just fluffing out the white. And even though it looks a little thin right now, once you put your other things in there, the red and the green, it's going to fill in a lot of that. So it looks a little bare right now. So what I do is I start at the bottom. I'm going to make a loop at the bottom. Then I'm going to walk it up and make a loop at the top. And that's just my normal scrunch ribbon that I put in there. Now I'm going to alternate. I'm going to go red and then green and then red and then green. All the way around and then up in the middle as well. So we'll start with red and just tie that in there. Then I'm going to grab a green one. And on this particular piece of Deco Mash, I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly how it's done, because with folding it over like that, you're not really going to be able to see what's going on, because you just see me folding the end and then walking it up. But that's all you do, is just fold the end, walk it up, and fold the other end. But let's show you a little bit different, because this might be easier for you. You fold the end in like a little loop, and then you're just going to put that down, and then you're going to go to the other end. This isn't wanting to lay, it's wanting to curl. Then you're going to fold that up, and then you're going to walk it up the middle. So you'll have loop on each end. And what that does is it hides quite a bit of that fray. You're not going to be able to see that in the wreath. Now I am going to be alternating these red and then green and then red and then green. So let's go ahead and put some Christmas music on while I'm doing that.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean, yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sunset, it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Here we go. All right. Dance, dance, now this Christmas, we're gonna dance. We're gonna dance, 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 come on. Dance. We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Whoa, oh, oh, la da da da, oh, 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 la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But This is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree. And I've lit my house with Christmas lights. So you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, 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 la da da da. Making our Christmas memories. Yes, these are the good times with you. Don't even care what we do if I spend it with you. Just you and nobody else. It's so good to see you again. To see you again. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire, chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, yeah. I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.
Okay, so I just went ahead and let it play through while I was doing the sign. But now I'm getting ready to do the ribbon. And I'm just doing one of those fold over ribbons. I measured out about, I think at first I started with about 10 inches. And it was a little bit bigger than I wanted it to be. There's the end product before I got the ribbon on. Okay, so what I did was not 10 inches, but I started with 12 inches, which made a 6-inch hoop on each side. Well, it was just a little bit much for this particular wreath. It wasn't laying right. So what I did is right here, I'm actually doing the 12 inches. So you're going to be able to see how large this bow is going to be. You know, half of that. And the loops are going to be really enormous. And I've got that big sign in the middle, which is going to take up a lot of room too. So I was like, that's not working for me. But this is what it would be if you did 12 inches. And then see the loops on that. So I went ahead and unfolded it. And then did 10 inches. Because then it was 5 inches on each side. And it was a lot better. The hoops didn't look so ridiculously large. So what you're going to do is you're just going to fold over. You're going to measure out 10 inches. And then you're going to fold it over. And then once you do that, you're going to fold it over again. And then again. Now, depending on how many loops you want. So you can just count them and see, like, okay, I've got 3 loops here. So that's going to be 3 on each side. And then just fold those over. until you get the amount of loops that you want, and then just cut it off. That's it. Now I do just add the tail separately, that way I know it hangs properly. I don't have to worry about twisting it around and all that. So on this particular piece, what I do is I go ahead and dovetail the ends so it looks like it's more completed instead of just a flat cut across the bottom. And then I went ahead and dovetailed the other end. And how you dovetail, you just fold it and then cut it at an angle, going from the middle out. Okay, and then I'm going to attach that to the bottom, and then I'm going to put also a zip tie on the bottom, which will be attached to the frame. And then once you get those on there, you can actually cut these on each side. They say it makes it better. I've cut in area 1 because it just doesn't really, I don't think it needs it. Because once you pull that zip tie, it's going to get tight in the middle anyway. Okay, and then you're just going to make that nice and tight. And then just clip the one end that you used to make it tight. And then remember, you still got another one in there to hook to the frame. So what I do here is I decided on this one I was going to kind of put it to the side, because on the top of that camper there's a little Christmas tree, so that goes up pretty high, and I really didn't want to put it at the bottom. So if you notice, normally I put ribbons throughout the wreath, but I just wanted to try something different because I was doing a bubble wreath. I thought this might be a little bit simpler, but to me the bubble wreath was a little bit more complicated to do. I like just cutting my pieces and attaching them all together, and everything is full. But with this, what I did like about the bubble wreath is you can just take that white, which is what we use for the bubble part, and then as long as you just work it, pull the pieces out, make sure they're not folded under or anything like that, then it's pretty full. But it was a lot of work in the wreath to get it, like that. This is just some extra ribbon that I had left over from Hobby Lobby. I actually got this on sale. A good time to buy ribbon from Hobby Lobby is after Christmas, or when it gets very close to Christmas. Now I went down to the Family Dollar, not Dollar Tree, but Family Dollar yesterday with my daughter, and they actually had stuff 30% off already, and it's the 5th of December. So the closer we get to Christmas, the prices are going to just keep coming down. So, the closer to Christmas you get, you're going to be able to get that pretty cheap for next year, which is usually what I do. That way I can make Christmas wreaths. This year I really got behind on Christmas wreaths because I got sick with a cold and then got better, and then I turned around and got sick again. I don't know if it was a stomach virus or cold or what, but it was just not pleasurable. I'm not too sure me and my little granddaughter wasn't passing it back and forth to each other, which is possible because we spend a lot of time together, me and her and my daughter. So that's definitely a possibility. Okay, and then there I just folded up the ribbons on the ends, because in that way I don't want them hanging down in front of that camper and covering it up. So you're just going to keep working that mesh until it looks like you want it to. There's no right or wrong way of doing a wreath. Once you think it looks good, if it's appealing to you. Me, I would prefer more bows on this one, but I was doing something a little bit different. First of all, I was doing the poof, and I did less bows. It's hard for me to do those bows with those poofs because working in between them I thought was a little bit different. Maybe if I did a few more of them I might get used to it, but I really like the other way that I do it, with the curls and crunching. I call it curl and scrunch method, which is what I do. So as you see here, I did attach a zip tie to the bottom of that to hold it in place. So not only did I have a zip tie on the top, I had a zip tie at the bottom too, so that it wasn't going nowhere. And how I attached that is I put a little bit of hot glue, put down my zip tie, more hot glue, and then a piece of material to hold it all nice and tight. And you can even put a pipe cleaner in there to do the same thing. And there you go. There's your little Christmas tree. Now I want to thank y'all for joining me today. I really appreciate all my new subscribers and all the likes. Don't forget to share my video with one of your friends if you think they might be interested in crafting. If y'all have any questions for me, please feel free to ask. That's what I'm here for. And remember, you were born to do great things. So stay strong in the Lord, never give up hope, and always take time to pray. It's very important. Alright, that's my video for today. I want to thank y'all for joining me. We'll see you next time. Bye.